Will the Supreme Court revisit same-sex marriage? Well, people have been concerned that they might because of Kim Davis. But not surprisingly, the Supreme Court isn't going to take that case. Today, November 10th, the court said, no, we're not taking it. Davis was a county clerk in Kentucky who refused to issue licenses to same-sex couples. She said that was because of her religious beliefs, and she was fined over $300,000. She asked the Supreme Court to overturn the $300,000 or so fine. Why? Well, because same-sex marriage is actually not constitutional. Or, more accurately, is not constitutionally protected. Therefore, she shouldn't have to pay the fine because Obergefell, the case that said same-sex marriage was allowed, was wrongly decided. But that's a lot of steps to get to overruling Obergefell. And I thought all along this was a very bad case if the justices actually wanted to overrule Obergefell. They have to go through a lot of extra steps. The cleanest kind of case would be one that simply has a state outlawing same-sex marriage by statute, and then that makes its way to the Supreme Court. All lower courts would be obligated to follow Obergefell and say that that statute is unconstitutional, but the Supreme Court can overrule the Supreme Court, and then they would have a chance to do it, though they wouldn't have to. Here's the order, by the way, right in the middle, Kim Davis versus David Emerald. The motion of the Foundation for Moral Law for leave to file a brief as amicus curiae out of time is denied. The petition for a writ of certiorari is denied. This was in a list of scores, if not hundreds of cases where the Supreme Court denied cert. They get thousands of applications for certiorari a year. That's the writ that you file to try and get the Supreme Court to take your case. How many do they take? About 60. I'm about as surprised that they didn't take this case as I was that they continually didn't take the Brunson versus Adams case. Remember all the Trumpers saying that was going to get everybody thrown out of Congress? Yeah, that never happened, and Davis's case is now done as well.